Welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call, and this is in preparation for trading on October 13th, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. So as usual, we will get started by taking a look at our calendar here, economic calendar. So big thing today was supposed to be ECB President Draghi speaking, and the concern really was to see how what they say or what he says about the Eurozone and what they're going to do, what ECB will do. However, what really took the sort of the whole attention was instead Brexit. So because of Brexit negotiations that are going on at the moment, we saw a big drop in British pound, and then it turned around and we saw a huge rise in British pound. So this is something that we have kind of talked about before, that Brexit concerns are going to become really important as we go into these months here, because the negotiations are back on, and as the comments come out of it, as the negotiations proceed, we will hear more of what's going on, and that could have a big impact on the British pound. So for now, because the big thing, basically what they said was that we don't have that. Okay, we don't have the story here, but basically they said they may get a 2-year extension before Brexit really happens, and that's really positive for the British pound. So that's what caused the big jump up in British pound. So going into Friday here, we have CPI and core CPI, as well as retail sales data for the US. Both of these numbers, both the CPI and retail sales numbers, are important data points that the Fed will pay attention to. In the Fed meeting minutes, FOMC meeting minutes that we saw come out on Wednesday, Fed essentially said that they're going to pay attention to data that's coming out, and based on the data, they will make the decision whether there will be another interest rate hike. So these numbers become really important. A big number that the Fed is focusing on right now is the inflation number, which is the CPI number. So if this number comes in positive, that will be good for the US dollar, and if it doesn't come in positive, that will be negative for the US dollar. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's go on to the charts here. This is where we are with our euro dollar here. So euro has come into this previous support and resistance level, and now it has dropped. And this dropped prior to going into Draghi's speech. So right now, this looks like a rejection of this support and resistance level. So we're looking for a further move to the downside. The first target here will be the 1.1780 level. So that will be the first target, and then we are looking for a further drop if that holds into 1.1750 level. So those will be the two targets to the downside, 1.1780, and then we're looking for 1.1750 level, which coincides with our S3 level to the downside here. So that's so our outlook on euro is bearish. However, if the price holds above this 1820 level, it's not able to break that, then we could see a move to the upside. So that's why we have to be careful with this one. We could see a move like that. And the reason for that is right now, euro seems to be, euro is weak, but compared to everything else, or everything else compared to the US dollar, is actually bullish. Pound is bullish, New Zealand dollar, US dollar, Australian dollar, those are all bullish compared to the US dollar. So this could realign with those currencies, and US dollar could take a hit. So that's what we need to keep in mind. If it's not able to break either that 1820 level or 1800 level here, if it gets stuck here, then chances are it's going to go higher. But for now, our outlook is to the downside, and we're looking for a move to the downside in euro dollar. Pound dollar here, huge move today. First all the way down and then all the way up. So based on this, we are looking very bullish. Now the question is that we are into this support and resistance level at 138.20. sorry, 132.80 here, and we have closed a really bullish day. Now, question is it going to be able to break through this? Based on just the technicals here, we are looking for a further move to the upside. The target here will be 133.80, this next level of support and resistance. But if whatever reason, let's say as the negotiations continue and British pound gets stuck below this 132.80 level, like it rejected last time, if it gets stuck here, we could see this move to the downside. So right now there is some uncertainty in the market. So as we can see, inefficient move to the downside, inefficient move to the upside, and this is where we are into this previous support and resistance level. So it could go either way, but right now it is holding the highs. So if it continues on, we could see price go up and then continue on further. So sort of like this. So this 132.80 level will be the key for now, and then we're looking for next support and resistance level, which is 133.80. Aussie dollar here, we have seen a bullish close for the day, so we're back into the support and resistance level. Based on the bullish close here, we're looking for a further move to the upside. The target here would be 0.7880, so slightly higher here into this support and resistance area. So looking for a bullish move here, and this is where we are in terms of our 1 hour chart. Price moved up, consolidated, moved up, so we could see consolidation and another move to the upside, back into this support and resistance area, right into the top here, which is that 78, 70 to 80 level. So we are bullish on Aussie dollar. New Zealand US dollar has been quite bullish as well. So price has closed up. A lot of bullishness into this in this cross overnight. So we're looking for a further move to the upside. The target here is 71.67, but we could get stuck here, which is this support and resistance level, which is very strong. So 71.50 is the level that the price needs to break before we see a continuation in that. And if it fails to break that, then we could see price move back down, because this is an important level and price got stuck here multiple times. So 71.50 would be the level to watch. If it breaks, then we're looking for a further move up into 7,200. Dollar CAD here, very, very small close for the day. It was bullish, but it doesn't look awfully bullish at this point. I think the bias is still overall to the downside. We could pull back a little bit higher into 125.20 level, which is this support and resistance level here. But overall, though, it's not hugely bullish like it was right here. But based on the candle close here, I am looking for price to push higher into 125.20, and then it could get stuck there. So we'll have to watch out for that. So we could see one of these moves, but from where it is sitting right now, we're looking for a push into 125.20. So looking at the 1 hour view, this is where we are currently. It's holding above the pivot point. So I'm looking for a move into this 125.20 level, which is also our R2 level. And if the price does not clear this level, and then we could see the price drop. So overall, the bias is slightly to the upside, but I am looking for a drop off of this level up there. Euro pound, a big multi-directional move here. Price went up, came down, and right now it's sitting in the bottom because of what happened with British pound today. Went all the way to the top here and dropped all the way to the bottom of the range that we were tracking on this. So based on this candle close, we are bearish on this. Now, because it has been a big move, we could see big enough pullback in that. So right into this pivot point level, which is 89.50 level. So the move that I'd be looking for is one of these and then a drop. So the bias here is to the downside, and the target would be 0.8880 level. So this is where we are looking for a pullback and then a further drop here. So bearish outlook on that. And then we have Euro Swiss franc here. So now we have a bearish pin bar on this. So I'm looking for a move to the downside in this one. The next target here would be 1.49, sorry, 1.1497. So about 1500 is the next target. It could come lower into this area here, 1.1480. So I'm looking for price to come down off of that. It has tested this important level, and now it looks like it wants to move off of that level. So the bias here is to the downside. Pound Swiss franc here, with pound, everything has turned upside down. At one point, it was super bearish, and now we have closed super bullish. So as a result of this, we are looking for a further move to the downside. 1.30 would be the next target to the upside. But again, we are into a very important support and resistance level at 129.50. So we would have to see price cross to the other side before it moves further. So I would be looking for price to test this level again. And if it manages to go to the other side, then we need to see hold above. Then we're likely to see a move to the upside. But if it gets stuck here, we could just do one of these, because it is, look at all the pins into this area. So this is very important level. So 129.50 would be the level to watch here. And if it doesn't go through that level, our target here would be into 128.70 level, right into this support and resistance level over here, into this pin. So then that will be the target. Dollar Swiss franc hasn't really done a whole lot today. We did see a rejection in the bottom. So right now we have two indecision candles back to back. So one was bearish, one with a bullish body close, but overall this looks quite neutral. So with this, we could see price sort of come and test the level again and then go back into this range. So I would be looking at 0.9700 as a potential level for a long setup. If the price comes down here, it will be a good level to watch for price to push up. Or price may just pull back a little bit into this pin here and then go up higher. So overall, for the last 2 days, this is neutral, but our candle close today is bullish. So even if price pushes down here, we could see it push back up. Aussie Swiss franc, very bullish close for the day. The next target we're looking at is 76.70 level to the upside here. So this is quite bullish here. Pound yen, we have seen the same formation, big bullish pin bar for pretty much all dollar crosses. So now we're looking for the next level, 150.20. But again, we are into important support and resistance levels. So if price gets stuck below this level, 149.20, then it could come all the way down. And in that case, the target would be 147.80. So 149.20 would be a key level to watch. If price goes to the other side, then we're looking for a further move to the upside. If it stays below this, then we're looking for price to come back into 147.80 level. Euro yen, this shows a rejection of this important support and resistance level. Last time price was here, it had trouble. So now here we are back again. This looks bearish. We have railroad tracks here. So looking for price to come down lower here towards the bottom of this range. Again, into 131.80 level. So this is bearish. Dollar yen looks bearish here. We have had a bearish candle close for the day, so looking for a further move to the downside. First test would be of 11200, 112.00, and then we are looking for further move into this 111.50. So those will be the two target to the downside, but overall price is making lower highs and lower lows, so this looks bearish. New Zealand yen here. New Zealand yen went up to this support and resistance level here. So with this one, the key would be to see if the price holds below this level. So if it holds below this 80-20 level, we're looking for price to come into this 79.70. But if it doesn't, if it breaks to the upside, we're looking for 80.65. So right now, I feel between yesterday and today, prices kind of got jarred around quite a bit between FOMC meeting minutes, Brexit, Draghi. So there's been a lot of sort of market movers, things that have pushed the price around. So there's really no true direction right now. So we have to take our technicals with a grain of salt and see if the price will hold these levels, because sometimes there's a knee-jerk reaction and then price just reverts back to whatever it was. And this is what we have seen with British pound. A big knee-jerk reaction to the downside and another equally strong reaction to the upside. So we do need to give some of these crosses some time to realign and see where they will line up. So that's why some of these levels are important to watch. If the price does not hold above the level, chances are it can just come back and give back a lot of that move. And that's what we are looking for with this one as well. If the price stays below this 80.20 level, then chances are it's going to come back, and the target would be 79.70 here. And then it can come further all the way into the 79.20. But if it goes to the other side, then 80.65 will be the target to the upside. This one here, Aussie yen, this looks bullish as well. Price has moved up. But again, we are into this support and resistance level, which is very, very strong. And price has reacted multiple times to the support and resistance level. So again, a key support and resistance level. So 88.00 would be the level to watch. If the price stays below, then we can come, the price could come all the way down. And I'd be looking for price to kind of reverse some of this move. So what we're seeing here is big pin to the upside, the same size as the candle body, which gives it a bit of a neutral bias. So bullish to neutral will be the bias for Aussie yen here. And if it holds below 88.00, we're looking for a move to the downside. 87.40 will be the target in that case. CAD yen here, this looks bearish, so looking for price to come back and test this level again at 89.60, slightly lower, maybe into 89.50. So this looks bearish at the moment, and looks like we are likely to see the price move lower. Euro Aussie, a huge move to the downside. So some of these commodity currencies with the risk currency crosses have reversed directions here. So now this is very bearish engulfing candle. We talked about how this was at a critical support and resistance level, place where it hasn't been since May of this year. And now we are seeing a strong reaction from that. So in this case, I'm looking for a further move to the downside here into 1.5020 level, but it could pull back a little bit into this 1.5150 level and then do a drop. But overall, this looks quite bearish, and I'm looking for continuation. So same thing applies to a lot of these other, so Euro Aussie, Euro New Zealand, Euro CAD, some of these crosses, we could see a continuation moves in that. So keep an eye on those and see how price reacts with these pairs. That's all I have. Any questions or anything to add? Okay, so don't see any questions, so we'll call it a wrap. I will see you guys. I'm not trading the London session tomorrow morning, but we will continue that going forward into the next week, because I do prefer trading the London session. Price moves are just so much better. None of this big knee-jerk reactions, which is nice. So we'll do that. We'll do that next week. So for tomorrow, we'll have our webinar at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So I will see you then. Have a good night.